Hey, what's up guys, it's DLegend here, just going to be filming a quick Coliseum video for you guys, just talking you through how I've been doing things and hopefully giving you guys some ideas on how to run this Coliseum. If you're like me and you don't have a lot of good AoE medals, it might be difficult for you to do well in this Coliseum, so I've been two-turning things and relying on second chance to get me through a lot of these things so far, unfortunately. My rank right now, let's look, is 777th, and it's literally like day 3 or 4 of Coliseum. It's June 3rd right now, so yeah, things are not looking good for top 1000, but hopefully I can stay top 2500 or so as long as I keep grinding, and if I get some new medals along the way this month. So let me just walk you through my setup let me just walk you through how I do things real quick. So right now I'm on 170 out of 300 in tier 13, and for the Ringmaster I'm gonna have to two-turn it. So this is my setup for that real quick. Just Ariel and Flounder with DB3, no trait. Mickey and Minnie Mouse, no trait. Illustrated KH2 Kyrie with second chance 2, which is crucial to two-turning things in this Coliseum, and anything really. Jack and Sally right now for the Ringmaster, and I'll let you know why I'm using him instead of my Aladdin and Genie with extra attack. And then my Zigbar B with no trait, but maxed out with AB3 and SP2 gauge. So let's go, and hopefully I get my second chance 2 to proc. So obviously the Ringmaster has a hit counter, so every time you hit him with something, it goes down, and once it reaches 0, he's gonna be dealing a lot of damage to you. So we're gonna try to avoid that for the most part, and so that's what I've been doing so far, just using everything for the first time. I'm gonna die no matter what, even if defense boost 3 procs. Okay, well, that didn't work out very well, but let's hope it triggers this time. But yeah, as I was saying, gonna be using all these guys first time around, and then after he hits me, and if defense, second chance will proc, then I'll show you guys. Just hold on. There we go. Like, it's 100% that I'm gonna die, but if I have second chance, life is a lot easier. Okay, so he's down to 4 hits now. Got my I carry 2, and a tap from Jack and Sally, and then I'll take him out with my Zigbar. So that worked out nicely, and it's been working out nicely the past 2 or 3 times that I've done this for 10 rounds before this, and 10 rounds before that, when I've had to start two-turning things. Next up is the dual blades, and the dual blade and the armored archer. So again, same kind of idea for this. Setup doesn't really matter because I'm going to two-turn everything regardless. For this at least. Unfortunately. So let's take out one of these guys first. So for this I'm going to need second chance to proc yet again, for sure. Just because these guys deal way too much damage. Whoa, that lag though. Okay. Gonna die for sure. Hopefully second chance procs. There we go. Might as well. Just to be sure. Zigbar's gonna slice through him. And then I'm gonna be moving on to the dual blade and the armored archer. So for this one, I'm gonna go ahead and kill the dual blade first, just because it'll give me a better chance of survival against the armored archer, because the armored archer, if DB3 does proc, it won't kill me, I don't think. So we'll see. Okay, well it didn't proc there, but hopefully second chance does. There we go. Everything's working out nicely so far. And then finishing him up with Zigbar. So yeah, unfortunately can't one-turn that one either, just because I have no AoE medals that would help. But the round afterwards, I can actually one-turn. And that would get me back to round, what is it here? It's round 8. With the aerial knockers and the shadows and the bad dogs. Oh wait, wrong setup. Gotta bring my Aladdin and Genie for this one, because it's got extra attack. I don't know if I even have it. There we go. That's what I got. So everything else stays the same except for this. Got an extra attack on Aladdin and Genie and an AB attack boost too. So I'm pretty sure I can still one-turn the hammer frame, which is the only difficult guy here. These guys are pretty soft, but I'm just gonna go use most of everything to be sure. Guess you guys probably want to see my procs, but there. Okay, Gargon Knight, pretty straightforward too, same thing. See, as long as they aren't AoE targets, as long as they're single enemies, single enemy groups, like, my life is easy. If they're power or speed enemies at least, because I've got my Aladdin and Genie with that beautiful double cast. Slice through that. And then the hammer frame is the somewhat tricky one. Hasn't been a problem up to this point, but we'll see how it is at level 442. And so yeah, obviously last month I finished top 10,000 for Coliseum. I finished top 2,500 actually. I think I was 2008 or something. But this Coliseum I don't expect to finish in the top 2,500 at all. Unless something changes with my medal selection. But yeah, there's another one turn. And then I'll show you my other setup that I need for round 8. And yeah, my best Coliseum ranking is actually 330 something. 332, and that is, that was from back in like October or November when Defense Boost 3 first came out. But yeah, so I haven't been able to hit top 1,000 since then, to be honest with you. But I hope to someday as a free-to-play player. It's difficult, but I think it's worth it. Yeah, so this is my 3 wishes setup that I would be using for this. Let me just go refill the gauges real quick, because I need some gauges. And as you guys can see, this is the new raid boss for the month. Nothing super special, but at least it's a different raid boss than what we've seen in the past, kind of a thing. It's pretty standard, 10 million health. Speed this time though. and only level 10s give you chips and dales, because Senna is super snake. Second chance 2 is probably going to proc, not going to lie. There we go. But yeah, I'm going to need second chance 2 to proc a lot as well for Coliseum when I'm doing it. Let me just show you. Oops. Sorry, my pals are all chatting. Okay, back to Collie. And I'll show you my setup real quick for the round. So yeah, as you can see, I got my Ariel and Flounder pretty standard there. I've got an HD Axle, just because it does the same thing as Mr. Shmee and Owl for only 2 gauges. And in lower rounds it could actually do some damage, but not right now, because it's not even on its correct multiplier slot on a Keyblade, and it's just not, like, these enemies are too strong already. But yeah, I got my Kyrie still, and my Aladdin and Genie, and then I've got a double boosted Maleficent B, so it's naturally boosted, as you can see, and then it's got a strength plus 1,000 trait, so this is what I would call double boosted, and then I gave it 1,000 chips, just because to boost its strength even more, I guess, but it's a pretty good AoE target medal, and unfortunately I do have to rely on second chance to proc for quite a few of these, unless I can still one-turn the shadows, but that's only if attack boost 2 on my Maleficent procs, so we'll have to see what happens. But like, literally, Aladdin and Genie does 1 damage to these guys, which is insane to me, but no AB2, so I'm probably gonna die here. Even, I mean, like, on the second chance. Okay, I'll take it. Let's not skip it, just because I'm not sure how strong these guys are nowadays. Let's skip these, though. Finish them off. Okay, let's go to these guys. These guys are pretty... I'm gonna need 2 turns for these guys too, so hopefully second chance 2 procs. Obviously second chance can proc in the same stage twice, as long as it's not for the same group of enemies that you're fighting. So if I died twice against those shadows there, then I wouldn't have had second chance 2 proc again. No AB2. So second chance is required yet again. Almost survived. Okay, yeah, well, I'm gonna die there. But basically, I'm gonna need my second chance to proc for all of those enemy groups, unless I can one-turn the shadows. And but yeah, that's basically the gist of it. That's how I would get through Coliseum, and then after these guys, it would be round 9, which is the candy apples and poison apples, and then basically same thing there. I would just take out the groups of 2 first, and then I would take out the groups of 1 after, just because my Zigbar can slice through them, as long as my second chance will proc. And yeah, so I just keep going through that cycle, unfortunately. But yeah, last month I was able to hit round 286 in tier 13. I probably could have gotten to tier 14 if I really, really wanted to, but there was no point, seeing as the top 1,000 spots were tier 14 round 10 at least, I think. So yeah, wouldn't have hit top 1,000. I was just off of that by a couple rounds, but yeah, hopefully this month I stay top 2,500, and then in months later we'll see what happens with how they change the meta for Coliseum. But yeah, this is DLegend. like, subscribe, and comment on my videos, and hopefully I'll be producing more content for you guys in the near future. Let me know what else you guys want to see, and how I can help you guys be better free-to-play players. Yeah, just hit me up in the comments down below. Catch y'all later.